Hello YouTubers, it's Daniel here for the Smoky Mountain Gun Show. Just bumped the camera. Now this is part 2 of the teardown of the New England Firearms Pardner Protector H&R Pardner Protector 12 gauge shotgun. Like I said, your 20 gauges also operate like this. It's the pump Pardner Protector. Okay. I also believe that the Pardners break down like this. Not just the protector. So we'll go ahead and get started. This is a reassembly. First thing you want to do is you want to put your forearm back on. So all you gotta do is take your forearm, slide it over the magazine tube till about up to here. Take your bolt carrier with your plateau facing up and the groove right here. You want it to be facing rearward, and you can see there's little notches here. It just sets right in place. Okay, sits right in there. Now take your bolt. Of course, you know the firing pin goes to the rear. Set it on there. Okay, now push back. You're gonna have to spread your action bars a little bit here to get them in the slots. Well, you pull back out because okay. Now you want to make sure your bolt carrier goes in the slots as well. Okay. It all goes in there. Okay. Slide it back just a tad bit. Slide it until you feel it stop. Okay. Then pull out a little bit. Just a tad bit. Press in your shell latch. Push it up. And you got your other latch over here. Push it in. Okay. Slides in. Okay. You got your cartridge stop, and once you get it in, it's locked. You got your cartridge stop latch on this side, and I think it's your shell latch on this side. Okay. Now to take it off, all you do is push the cartridge stop in, and it comes off. But to get it back in, you have to push in your cartridge stop, and then barely hold it with one of the action bars, and then push in your shell latch, and it'll go in. You might have to sit and work with it a couple times for it to go in, but that is the correct process of getting it in. Okay, so now we're going to put our trigger group back in. So you turn it going from the right side to the left. Take your trigger group. Oh, quick tip here, make sure your shell latch is not blocking the pinhole in any way, and it usually does. Okay, I wish I could show it to you, but it's so minuscule you'll have to look at it with your naked eye. The shell latch will be blocking, so you're going to have to take your punch and push it to the rear and line it back up. So here's what you do. You just take your punch, push on it, see it, you hear that snap? That was it lining back up. Okay, if you don't do that, you're going to sit here and get so frustrated on putting that pin back in, it's not even funny. So take your trigger group, slide it back in. Okay, line it up. Okay, big pin in first, and this one usually just slides in. You don't even have to use the punch. Then little pin. Okay. Now you're going to have to use the punch on this one. It's a little bit more difficult to get in. Okay. It went all the way through. Give it a little touch, it'll snap, go into place. Actually, it don't snap into place. You're going to have to eyeball it. Well, maybe it does. Okay, it's in place. Alright, trigger group is back on. Now, put your barrel and spring back on. Okay. Just go ahead and slide your forearm back. Well, no, we won't do that yet. Okay. Plug goes in first. Simple as pie. Put it in the top the way it come out. Make sure it hits the rail where it's supposed to go. Then just let it drop. It'll go back in. Okay. Then you get your spring. Put it in. Line it up to where it goes back in. Okay. Push down. Turn to the left this time. You'll feel it pop back up. It's in place. Now make sure, don't let go again, because it might come back out. This thing locks in place a certain way. So make sure you always keep pressure on it. Okay. Alright, you got that on. Now, cock your slide. Line the barrel up. Okay, got the barrel on. Take the end cap, screw it back on. Okay, it's on. Now you're home free. Put it back in your crotch vise here. Take your gasket, I guess that's, I don't know what really it's called. Put it in. Your receiver bolt connector, or lug, connector lug. Screw it on. I like to sometimes get this real tight with a pair of channel locks, but you can tighten it enough with your fingers. It'll work. Okay? Now, buttstock. Buttstock goes on. Okay. Then all you gotta do is just drop your bolt in. Make sure the washer is still on it. Alright. Then set it to tighten. I think that's tighten. No, that's loosen. That's tighten. Okay. Go ahead and tighten her up. Might take a minute on this. I might speed this up. I don't know. Depends on how long it takes. I think I feel it's starting to get tight. Yeah, it's tightening up. Oh wait, it was on time. Socket's slipping. Oh my lord. There we go. Get it tight. Okay. Get your Phillips head. You're in the home stretch. Recoil pad goes on. It lines up. I tighten them both a little bit at a time. Make sure you get a nice even placement of the recoil pad, which you don't have to, it's just a little thing I do. Okay, got them tightened up real good. Now on these shotguns you do want to make sure you got all your bolts tight, because you know it's got some recoil. Get your little rubber dots, slide them in. Like I said, these serve no purpose but just aesthetic looks to make it look flush. Okay, and then you are home free with the teardown of, well, first you gotta make sure you function test it. Working. Make sure a couple times, rack that slide, make sure everything's okay. You're good. Right there, people. That is the teardown of the New England Firearms H&R Pardner Protector Pump 12 gauge shotgun. Hope this has been helpful. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so. Carry on the Second Amendment rights bestowed upon us all. And as always, you guys have a very nice day.